Hey folks, we are back with some more Wednesday Night Wizardry. I'm not going to spend too much time on the intro here, but if you are just tuning in for the first time, I'm Jeff. I play old, retro, and obscure games on the original hardware whenever possible, and it's all for a good cause to raise money as part of Extra Life, which is a big year-round fundraiser that culminates in a 24-hour gaming marathon. I do it every year. I think this year will be my 8th year, and I will be streaming for 24 hours straight again for the 8th time. So it'll be a lot of fun. That's in November, beginning in November. It's usually the first weekend of November that they do it. The 1st and 2nd this year. And yeah, it'll be a good time. It's all for Children's Miracle Network hospitals. My local one is the Toronto Hospital for Sick Children. Everything you donate goes straight to the cause. Nothing gets kept by Extra Life unless you decide to toss a little money their way for administration fees. It's great. It's a lot of fun. You'll hear a lot about it. But tonight, we're mostly going to be talking about Wizardry. We are playing a remake of the original Wizardry. Wizardry being a 1981 dungeon crawler. It's kind of one of the originators of the genre. Originally released for the Apple II, I believe. We are playing it on the Super Nintendo. We're playing it on an actual Super Nintendo, so that's pretty cool. Wizardry is a grid-based dungeon crawler. We have been mapping out the dungeon. You can see here, I've got another webcam set up. We have to manually map the dungeon. This game has no auto map. We have to do it ourselves, and mapping is a big part of the game. So with that being said, let's just launch into it and play a little Wizardry, Proving Grounds of the Mad Wizard or Overlord? One of the two. There's both, but one of them is the name of the game. Let's go. And this Super Nintendo cartridge actually has the first 3 Wizardry games on it, which is pretty cool. We can actually bring our characters across once we finish one. Weird little quirk is they screwed up the order. 2 and 3 are actually swapped places. Knight of Diamonds is supposed to be the second game, and Legacy of Lilgamin is the third. But in this one, it swapped them. I don't know if that will make much difference story-wise. I've never played either of them. And to be honest, I have never finished Proving Grounds of the Mad Overlord. I've never really gotten past the first few floors. So hopefully with this playthrough, we will. So, first thing we do when we start up the game is we have to build our party again out of all our created characters. We were playing with our A team last week, which is 2 samurai, a priest, 2 mages, and a thief. And in the meantime, when we were not streaming, I actually did a little level grinding because I don't want to subject you to too much boredom tonight. So I brought them up to levels 10 and 11, which will make mapping the dungeon a lot easier, a lot less boring. So let's just add them all to the party in the order we want them. We probably want our thief before our wizards, or mages, I should say. And here they are at levels 10 and 11. We've got some pretty good spells for some of them. Deneth and Gregory, our samurai, have started learning mage spells. If we inspect them, we can actually have a look. They have a limited selection of mage spells. To be honest, the ones we use most on the samurai are Dumapic here for figuring out where we are in the dungeon, and Sopic for improving our armor class. As with D&D in the olden days, and maybe even now, I'm not super familiar with 5th edition, a lower armor class is better, not worse, whereas pretty much every other stat you want higher. So, let's head back into the dungeon. The maze, I should say. And let's look at our map here. So last time, we were exploring the dark zones here. We mapped out the dark zones. That's the shading you see here. We found the elevator, which is here, which lets us access the first 4 floors of the dungeon easily. Not yet, though, because we need a special item that will let us easily travel here. The route is a little more convoluted at the moment, but once we find this item, I think it's on the 2nd floor, there's a key, it'll get a lot easier. We also found a grumpy old wizard guy in this room here, and what he does is teleport us back to town. So it's an easy way to get home. So you can zip to the elevator and then hop right up to the wizard guy. You think the map needs more shrubbery? Well, take that up with the Mad Overlord who built it. I don't know what to tell you, Amazon Warrior. Thanks for coming out. So our unmapped portion of the first floor is really just some sections in here where there's like a little hidden door maze. So we're going to zip over there. And I'm pretty familiar with this trip at this stage, you can tell. We go through the secret door here. Yes, that's true. I should be familiar with it. Or do you mean I should have some decorative shrubbery? So when we go through there, the maze actually wraps around, so we end up here. Even though if we turn around, that's one way. So we're going to move along this hallway until we hit a teleporter, and that's going to zap us over to here. So right there, that was a teleport. You see, we're not actually in the space that we saw ahead of us. One cool thing we saw last week was this room here is where Murphy's ghost lives. This is basically possibly the first monster specifically for grinding levels in video game history. I would love to know how many Murphy's ghosts have been killed over the years by video gamers in wizardry. But every time you search this room, you fight Murphy's ghost. So he's unseen right now because my party is not quite experienced enough to notice him. But after a round or two, we'll see who he is. So Mip is hiding. Our samurai both got some hits in. So he hit us once. And it'll take a few rounds to kill this guy. Maybe he's not going to pop up. Okay, we killed him before we could identify him. But basically, you search this room over and over and over again and get a whole bunch of experience points. And something I forgot to do is Norman should be casting when we enter the dungeon. There's a very useful spell. I believe it's Maporific. And that will lower all of our armor classes by 2 for the whole trip down to the dungeon. Yeah, so the whole party gets improved armor for the entire trip. So yeah, if we search again, we can have another fight, and this time we can spot that it is Murphy's ghost. I looked up the story behind Murphy's ghost, and there's no definitive answer. There's no statement from the creators of wizardry that I could see. There were some guesses, though. 2 of the playtesters on the original game are a married couple with the last name Murphy. So that's sort of the thought, that because they were playtesters, they died down in the dungeon so many times that their ghost is actually down here for us to kill over and over and over again. But I'm not going to bore you tonight by making us do that. We're going to try and map out the rest of this area. So, if we go up to this hallway, we are now here. We're just going to draw it out. So there are a lot of hidden doors in this little section. So we're just going to have to figure out where they are. So straight ahead, there's no hidden door. There is one to the south. So we'll mark that as a hidden door. Try going south again. Nope. Maybe we can get into there from here. So we're going to turn so we're facing east. Yep, there is a hidden door there. And if we take this door, we're going to end up there again. But maybe there are more hidden doors. Nope. Nope, there aren't. Okay. So back into that little turn. So we're back up here again. Can't go that way. We go back here and then turn west. Nope, that is also not one. Okay, so maybe we have basically mapped it out. Turn, back. Okay, okay. See if there are any more in this hallway. Nothing there. Nothing there. Okay. So down here there might be some. So here we've got what looks like a dead end. So south there's nothing. And if we turn east, there's nothing. We turn west, there is one. Unfortunately, no. I think this maze is way too complicated to just continue turning in one direction. You can see if you can follow around on the map and figure that out, but I don't think you would be able to figure it out. And besides, we don't want to get out. We want to explore. Okay. So there's another hidden door. There. There might be minotaurs, though. I'm not sure if there are minotaurs in this game. Try going west. Nothing west. Nothing south. Is there anything north? Yes. There is something north. That's a hidden door there. Okay, and that's also a one-way hidden door. I should be checking for these one-ways. Hopefully that's obvious on the map that that's an arrow and not a hidden door. So north, hidden door. Turn around. So that's also one way. Oh, and we spotted, that wasn't visible before. That's a hidden door. Sometimes we'll notice them, and they appear plain as day. And there are also some spells we can cast to notice the hidden doors. But the problem with the spells is that there's no way to distinguish whether it's a hidden door or an actual regular old door. So I don't really like it for mapping. Yeah, I don't know why you would. Okay. It's a very pleasant place so far. Mip has only died once. Okay, so that was one way as well. Can we go west? We can't. Can we go east? We can't. Can we go north? Yes, we can. I'm willing to bet that was also a one-way door, since that seems to be the pattern. Yep. And can we go east? No, but we're spotting a hidden door sometimes. Can we go west? Nope. Can we go north? Yes, we can. And was that a one-way? It was. It's another one-way. Can we go west? Oh, I turned the wrong way. I turned east. So that's a hidden door. And I think we checked that already, so we know that is also one way. So we're going to loop back around and make sure there's nothing that we can get to on these sides, but I have a feeling that's kind of just like empty space. Or solid space, I guess. Whoops. I lost my direction. So Deneth is going to cast Doom a Pick and tell us where we are. We are 13 east. Yeah. 7 north. 1 down, facing east. Oh, so that's one way. Interesting. That's a one-way door. I have no way to distinguish between one-way doors and non-one-way doors on my map. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming out and watching me get lost in a maze. Everyone loves seeing that, I'm sure. Anyway, I'll figure out how to distinguish between one-way doors and hidden one-way doors, but for now, they're both the same on the map. So we want to go south. And then east. And then south. Oh, and we've got a fight, but we are back here, I believe. A friendly group of skeletons. Well, we better kill them, because we don't want to turn any of our evil party members good. So we have to attack the friendly skeletons. Because that is how your alignment will change in this game. And they turn out to be undead kobolds. That's kind of horrifying when you think about it. Okay. A little bit of gold. Not much experience. And now, I think there might be some to explore. This looks like we should be bumping into some walls and seeing if there are any hidden doors. So, I think we're going to take that out and around and back up to town. I think that's the idea. Oh, that's a hidden door there too. Cool. Is it one way? Oh, wrong one. Yes, it's one way. Sorry, new map detail. Getting distracted. Oh, and that's also a one-way. That's a one-way door. It's getting a little messy here. That is not clear at all. Okay, okay. Let's tidy this up. That is one way. That is one way. That's amazing, Troy. I appreciate it. So are you a veteran from the Apple II days, or did you come into it later? I played it on the Commodore 64 originally, and I was way too young to understand anything that was going on. So, turn that way. And keep going around. Oh, the NES version. Cool. Well, this is the Super Nintendo version. One of them. I think there are multiple. I could be wrong. And we're just going to go around the spiral. I think east. And then south. And we're back here. Okay, let's get out of here. And all the way down to the end of this dark hall right here. We should do some minor healing before we go up. Oh, nice. So we will be having similar experiences. You could use some healing. You need a little bit. And you need a tiny bit. Okay, now through the door, turn south, turn west, and this grumpy guy sends us back to town. Cool. So Norman is going to rest in the stables to get his spell points back. And we're going to go back down. And we're going to come back up here to see if there's any more to be explored. Because that looks like a conspicuous gap there. We do have some gaps, but generally just like 1 square's worth. So that right there looks suspicious to me. Okay, so we're going to pass 1 door, 2 doors, 3 doors. We're going to take the 4th door. Okay, 1, 2, 3. We're going to fight the friendly orcs. It shouldn't be too much of an issue. 1 left. Great. And I forgot again. Norman should, every time we go into the dungeon, be casting Morphic to improve our armor. Okay. So, we're gonna go up. And we're gonna fight something. Oh, we got surprised by kobolds. They're not really up for much of a fight. All right, Mip, check out that trap. Okay, can you disarm the poison needle trap? Good job, Mip. Everyone wants to fight. Let's do this. Our samurai are actually pretty respectable at this stage. Mip thinks it's another poison needle trap. Couldn't disarm it, but he didn't set it off. Let's try again. Okay, good job, Mip. Okay. So, I'm just going to bump the walls. Nothing north. Nothing north, so there's nothing here. At least from this side. Because there can be maybe something from there. Nothing east. Nothing... Oh, that was a hidden door. So, we've at least got something here. Scruffy men. I think we can handle some scruffy men. They might be bandits. That's the end of them. But, what do they have? A trapless chest? Are you sure, Mip? Alright, open it. It was not trapped. A little bit of gold. Okay. So it's just hidden from both sides, that door. And as you can see, there's not really much on the first floor at this stage that bothers us. I think the second floor is a bit of a jump, though. Okay. All right, so there's just the one door in there. That's a hidden door as well. And there's another fight. And they're all running away. Literally all of them ran away. They dropped a chest, though. Okay, Mip thinks it's a crossbow bolt. Try again. Disarmed the trap. Great. Okay. And is there anything south? There's not. Is there anything east? There's not. West? Nothing. Okay. So that looks more filled in to me. But let's see if we can bump along the south walls here. Maybe this is a complete solid square. And we'll bump along the north walls here to see if there's anything too. So we are facing this way. Turn south. And turn east. So nothing there. Nothing there. So these are solid walls. There's nothing secret. And we want to get up here. So that will be... We've probably gone too far. Yeah, the second door. I want to take this door. Okay. Skeletons we can handle. Yeah, I mean, I love this kind of game. Like, I don't know how efficient I am. I'm casting Dumapic a lot. You're kind of tuning into a session where I've already mapped out most of the dungeons, so I kind of know where I need to look. Last session was a little messier for sure. But Dumapic gets a lot of use. And I know in this version, you can change in the settings so that Dumapic actually brings up like a picture of the map, but I've got it set to the original way of doing it with just the coordinates, which is kind of fun. Okay. Did I get lost? Where am I? I got lost. South. Oh, I see. We're facing east. We're facing east. We are here. Okay, well, I will take the compliment. You don't get Dumapic for a little while. Trying to think, do mages start with Dumapic? I don't think they do. Yeah, I mean, it's just about being... I don't know if efficient is the word, more like anal retentive. Slow and steady, taking your time, not rushing into things, especially early in the game. Like I said, like I've never finished this game before, but I have started this game many times, and at the very beginning, you could just get creamed so fast by making a simple mistake. Okay, so I can already see that over here there is a door I'm perceiving now. Yeah, see how it's gone now? Yeah, so that was a secret door. It doesn't go south, doesn't go east, it doesn't go west. I'm going to bet. Yep, there's one there too. Small humanoids. We are going to fight them. Well, Mip's going to try to hide and then fail, but he's not a very good thief yet. Move that. So you're sure it's trapless, Mip, because you're the one that has to open it. It was not trapless. What was it, Mip? Crossbow bolt. Ouch. Well, you said it had no traps, Mip. Alright, so that was just a simple one grid square hidden room. So looking at this map, I don't really see much of anything that needs to be explored. Maybe we're ready to go down to the second floor. Maybe in here? That looks like a pretty big gap. Or in here? Let's go up here and see. So, let me just orient myself. So now we're back in this hall. I'm going to turn west. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's worth a shot. You have, like, better odds. But you do have to pick the correct trap, right? Like, if it's an exploding trap and you're trying to disarm a poison needle trap, it won't work, right? I mean, I guess your odds are better no matter how small the odds are. But, yeah, that's a fair strategy. Okay, how am I going to get up there? So here, north, then west, to that crossroads room right here. And I'm going to bump the walls there, is the idea. And I'll just move that up for you. You know, it's a game of stacking the deck in your own favor as often as possible. So I think that's a valid strategy that I'm going to adopt. So Mip thinks it's a stunner trap. Those suck real bad, so I hope Mip can disarm it. Good job, Mip. So we are just going to bump this wall. Nothing. 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 Okay, what about south? Nothing. 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 Okay. So that room did not have any secrets. We'll go north, and we'll try and bump into that area from up here. Otherwise, I think when we were in the dark zone last session, we were bumping walls pretty good. So it's a sure bet that these are solid walls. Because we wouldn't have mapped the walls in unless we bumped into them. So let's see here. Undead kobolds have got to die. And it doesn't take much. Another chest. What do you think, Mip? Are you sure it's poison needle trap? Good job. And we're getting, like, no money. Honestly, it's... The first floor probably doesn't have anything worth actually opening up. But it's fun to showcase the mechanics. So... This is not a secret door. That is not a secret door. But that is. I was right. I don't like those fat, empty spaces. So... That is a hidden door. We'll bump these walls later, but for now we're just going to map out the space. Okay. Hey, Jeremy, thanks for coming out. We are mapping a dungeon. To be honest, the gaming is great, but it is so hot in Toronto tonight. You can probably tell I'm actually kind of damp. I have too much pride to turn on my air conditioners before June. But it was 30 degrees today. Okay, so that was just kind of a dead end there. We'll bump these walls on the way up. Yeah, basically since the weekend it's been pretty hot. It's a little bit early for me. I don't know. I don't like the heat generally, but I can appreciate it for a few days, but this early is just really annoying. So I've got the fans blasting, but I refuse to mount the air conditioners in the windows yet. Okay, so we are here. I think that's pretty much it. Just looking at the map. All right. I think we're ready to go down to the second floor. And things are going to get spicy down there. Yep. It's not cheap to run. And I just... Come on, it's it's May 22nd. I got too much pride. Okay, so the stairs are down here. Just taking a look at our hit points, it looks like we're more or less in tip-top shape. Deneth got scratched by something. Mip failed to disarm a trap. But let's do it. We're gonna go down. So in this maze, the story is very silly. So there's Trebor and Werdna, who were friends. They're both big, powerful wizards. Trebor has this magical amulet, and Werdna steals it from him and flees into the caves below town and creates this dungeon. And Trebor goes insane and claims that the dungeon is like a proving grounds for being in his elite, bodyguard unit. And, there's a big reward if you go get his amulet back from the evil wizard Werdna. So I think the way it's set up is like the first 4 floors are like basically run by the good guy, Trebor. And then the last 4 floors are run by Werdna, and you got to get the amulet back and get back to town. There's 5 floors and 5 floors. I think it's 10 levels deep. That is the extent of the story, my friend. We're just going to map this dungeon and get some riches is literally all there is to it. And fun fact, the wizards named Werdna and Trebor, that is Robert and Andrew backwards. The 2 creators of this game are Andrew Greenberg and Robert Woodhead. So hence Trebor and Werdna, the wizards. Riches are good. That's motivation enough for me to risk death and dismemberment. Okay. So we are down on the 2nd floor. We're going to set up a new map. Every map is 20 by 20 grid. It starts at 0 and goes to 19. So we are going to draw ourselves, and I'm just going to make sure I've got enough room here by looking at the other one. I start 3 down and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 in and 3 down. Okay, that'll be my top corner. And you folks want to see. So that'll be 19, 18, 17, and I'm writing as tiny as I can. I should have gotten graph paper that has bigger squares, but that's fine. 15. 12, 11. The original game supposedly came with, hopefully that bit.ly link still works. Stream Elements hasn't kicked in for a while. The original game came with, whoops, I'm counting up again. It came with some example maps you could fill in and like photocopy for yourself, which is pretty cool. Excellent, thanks for checking. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Let's just line that up. And we're going to go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll see why I'm doing this in a second. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So there. It's a 20 by 20 square grid map. And we've just come down the stairs. We're not going to move at all. We are going to get one of our samurai to cast Dumapic, which is our mapping spell, which will tell us our coordinates in the dungeon. So we are facing west, which is important because we're going to start moving after this. We are 12 east, 7 north, and 2 down. So 12 east, 7 north. That looks like this one. Yeah, okay. How did I draw the stairs in the last level? Got to make sure my mapping is consistent. Okay. Okay, I did it rather ingeniously, I think. So the stairs are going to look like this. I'm going to put an up arrow to indicate that is up. We are facing west. Okay, and we have a wall to the south. And you got to do that every time. Otherwise, you're going to get lost because you'll see the stairs down were like kind of over here on the grid. They don't line up exactly. They're not like straight up and down. So you got to cast Dumapic when you come down the stairs to another floor. So we're just going to keep mapping. That's mostly what we're going to do. We probably should have bought some potions to heal poison while we're down here. But we'll hightail it back if we run into trouble. So we go west 1. And we're just going to keep mapping. Facing north now. Turning east. And south again, there are the stairs. We're not going to take them. Just want to fill in the grid. Okay. And this is how it's done, slowly and carefully. And using Dumapic anytime we get confused. You do not want to have to erase a giant section of the map you've drawn. It sucks pretty hard. That's a door. We're just going to try and map out the entire room before we go through any doors. We are yeeting ourselves into the dungeon, Oprah. This is the second floor of the dungeon. We spent basically 2 sessions mapping the first floor of the dungeon. I believe there are 10 in Wizardry. So yeah, it's a good time. And it's a real nasty old school game. South again. No auto map function, obviously. We got to do it ourselves. Ten is correct. Yeah, I thought so. Because I think they're kind of like divided. I was talking about earlier. Like 5 are Trebors, who's like the mad overlord. And 5 are Wordnaz, who's like the evil wizard. I really enjoy that there's not really a good character who's sending you on this quest. Oh yeah, the 2 Grimrock games were great. Definitely inspired by this. You could even turn off the auto mapping if you wanted to. Although I guess, trying to think, they were probably pretty heavily inspired by one called Eye of the Beholder, which came later. But like this is like the OG. 1981, the original version of this came out. But yeah, Grimrock's amazing, and it's very sad that they seem to be done with that project. Okay. Good puzzles. It had very good puzzles. Yeah, the second one had some cool outdoor sections, but I think they could move beyond that. The later Wizardry games actually have like huge worlds to explore, so it can certainly be done. All right, I'm gonna start bumping, seeing if I can find any secret doors. So far, I'm just smashing my head against the wall. So we surprised some slimes. Hopefully they are not tough slimes. Creeping crud. Well, there's only one creeping crud left. All right, that wasn't too tricky. And again, we're just bumping walls, looking for secret doors. Don't want to take the stairs yet. All right, so no secret doors anywhere in here, which means we're going to go through this guy right here. Oh, and I bumped my map. Sorry about that. Turning east. Turning north. This is a very windy floor. Turning east. One step at a time. Okay. Well, let me adjust my camera here. I can see that I'm leaning off screen every time I look at the map. And you probably want to see my beautiful face. So let me fix that for you, folks. Much better. You're welcome, everyone. Oh, we're in a fight. A friendly group of priests. Well, obviously, we're going to kill them. So, Deneth, Gregory are going to fight them. I should be casting spells during this. Let me just crack open my manual and figure out what spell I need to cast to silence these guys. Because I really don't want spellcasters casting spells at me. It sucks real bad. They will absolutely annihilate us if we let them. Going through the manual, and actually you guys should check out the manual. You find the original Apple II manual for wizardry it's on the Internet Archive, archive.org. The art is incredible. You got to check it. Montino, thank you. Oh, it's a cleric spell. It's a cleric spell. Perfect. Oh, I am on my cleric. I appreciate it, Troy. Troy has played this game before. Montino's the one. We might not need it. Oh, not silence, not silence. Well, it was a complete failure, but... As you can see, they're casting spells on us, and it's not great. We're going to try and take them out this round without casting spells. Okay. But yeah, spellcasters are real dangerous. I don't care for them. Just putting that out there. Just putting that out there that I don't like spellcasters. Maybe I'm prejudiced, but you know I'm friends with some spellcasters, so I can say that. Norman told me it was okay to say bad things about priests. Big long hallways on this level. Turning west again. And that wasn't necessarily going to be west, even though we're at the edge of the map. We found out last session that the maps actually wrap around. So if you go off the east edge of the map, you'll actually end up on the west edge of the map. So that's cool. Just to complicate things further, right? Turning north. Hopefully... I guess... Oh no, that's only one more. I was worried we'd... I guess it could be a one-way door there. I was worried for a second that we'd screwed up our mapping, but I think we're okay. We'll come back to that door. Just straight up going to spiral all the way around. Sure looks like. Facing east again. Yeah. I'm going to call this section of the maze the cinnamon bun. Step, step, step. Okay. We're facing west now. Turning north. And the spirals are getting narrower. Turning east. What's going to be at the center? Turning south. It's going to be really funny if it's just a dead end. Well, monsters at least. Oh, and they surprised us. A weird humanoid. Okay. Zombies. They're zombies. Norman's going to dispel them. As a priest, he can attempt that. We probably don't need the experience. And Norman got the last one. Yeah, so when you dispel undead, you don't get experience for it. But later on, undead are going to be like a big problem, is my understanding. Okay. Yeah. Turn your face. Oh, it's the stairs down. So we are just going to draw our stairs in. And that's not a hidden door? Okay, that's just like a blank spot. We'll bump it on the way out. We're definitely not going down to the 3rd floor yet. All right. So it looks like there's no way into this section here. Interesting. All right. We'll go back out the spiral. That's that door, I guess. We might as well. So it looks like just this. A friendly group of gas clouds. Yeah, sure. We'll fight them. I bet you they can poison us, though. Oh, they can cast Catino, which tries to send us to sleep. Didn't happen to Deneth. Didn't happen to Gregory. Norman got put to sleep. Mip did. Brandolph did. And Ron, too. All right, so that wasn't too disastrous. But that's something to keep in mind, that gas clouds can put us to sleep. There's a chest here, which Mip is going to inspect. He's pretty sure it's a crossbow bolt trap, so we will try to disarm it based on that knowledge. Good job, Mip. 5 gold for everyone. Wow. Okay. All right. Just a single lone room there. Back out the spiral. And the jig. back down to the door. Okay. Cool. So we are here, so we're going to turn west. And we're going to turn north. Right. And east. Okay, I guess we'll keep going. Okay. Stepping through. Hopefully. Okay. The door in front of us. And okay, we're facing west now. Facing north, that's a door. Now we're going to go east. East again. There's a door there. We'll take this one. And we got to fight. A friendly group of weird humanoids. No, we're going to fight them. I don't like them. I don't want any weird humanoids hanging around. Alright. That didn't take too much. Mip's going to inspect the chest. Pretty sure it's trapless, but we are going to use our new trick. Just in case it's not trapless, we're going to take a guess. I'm going to guess that it's a poison needle trap if it's not actually trapped. Was not trapped. Okay. You were right the first time, Mip. Sorry to second guess you. 13 gold for everyone. Okay. Turn west. There's a door to the north, which we will go through. Three priests, 4 rogues. Okay. Map this room out first. Okay. Priests are the priority, for sure. Norman's going to cast Montino to try to silence those priests. Mip is going to hide. Brandolph and Ron James aren't going to do much. One priest fled. Okay, Deneth killed one of them. And Norman managed to silence the last priest. Excellent. Who ran away? Okay. Alright, these are a cowardly bunch. Why did they fight us in the first place? So one rogue is left. And Gregory took care of him. A chest. Mip. Mip thinks it's a gas bomb. Alright. We're going to go with that assumption, Mip. You better not be wrong. Okay, good job, Mip. Sorry to doubt you. It's just, you died last session, so... Okay. So is that anything? That's just a dead end. Let's go through the middle door. And there's a fight. But first we will draw the room. A friendly group of gas cloud. We're going to fight them, obviously. Gregory got one. Dilto, what does that do? I don't know what Dilto does. Let's look. They can cast mage spells from the look of it. Dilto causes one group of monsters to be enveloped in darkness, which reduces their ability to defend themselves. Okay, so it probably made our armor class worse. We'll check when we get back to the... yeah, they made our armor's class worse. That's okay. I think we can take them out. Hopefully it goes back to normal after the battle. Are you sure it's trapless, Mip? I'm going to say it's a gas bomb. It wasn't trapped. Okay. Okay, and our armor class does go back to normal after the fight, so that's good. So we'll go north through that door. There are some slimes here. That wasn't too tricky to deal with. But there's a chest. It thinks this one's trapless too. I'm going to guess it's a crossbow bolt. Wasn't trapped. And just a little bit of gold. Okay, so this is just a plain old 1 square room. Back south. Back south. Turn west and go north. Gas clouds. Okay. First, we'll draw the square we're on. Sopic. Okay, they're trying to send us to sleep. One fled, 2 fled. All right, nice job. Not super dangerous, but they are kind of annoying, these gas clouds. Mip thinks it's trapless. I'm going to second guess him and say it's a stunner. Wasn't trapped. Okay. So we're going to turn east. 1 square, and there's another door there. So it looks like it's just a mirror of that section there. We will go north. Okay. You see a statue of a bear on a pedestal. On the wall is a sign reading, "I've got 1,000,000 of them. I will search." Deneth found a statue. Okay. So we're going to make a note there. A is a statue. And once we ID that, I'll make the note more clear. But for now, A just is a statue. And the way items work is if you create a new party later, like if these guys get wiped out or lost in the dungeon, and we come back to the room that we found this statue, there will be another statue. Because I guess they got 1,000,000 of them. But that's how it works. A friendly group of creeping crud. I don't want them anywhere near me, so I'm going to fight them. Gregory killed one. Deneth killed one. Norman killed one. There's only one left. And Deneth killed it. Good, that was disgusting. Mip thinks it's a poison needle trap. So disarm it. You could not disarm it. Try again. Okay, nice try, Mip. 2 tries. And Ron James found a shield in there. And everyone gets $5. Cool. So, if we go south, we're there. An encounter, and we surprise the monster. Gas clouds again. Let's see how we do against the gas clouds. We get a free round because we surprised them. So we took out 3 of them. Deneth got one. Gregory got another. Norman got the last one. Okay. Oh, interesting. There's a plaque on the floor there. Which tells me there's something there. I'm just going to make a note about it. Usually the plaques mean there's like an item you need to pass by that square. We must already have it. It must be one of the things we found upstairs. We'll do some experimenting with it another time, but that's kind of boring right now. Just going to make a note. That's a spot that we needed an item to pass. So we're going down there. Okay, to the north we have a door. To the south we have a hall. Okay, so I'm going to guess either I did one too many or this is going to wrap around. So I'm going to use one of my Dumapic casts just to confirm that I should be on 0 east, 10 north, facing west. 0 east, 10 north. Yep. Never hurts to be sure. So it wraps around to here. South. And maybe I'll make a little arrow to show. Okay, we got a door there. We got a door to the right. Should be west. And an open area to the east. Okay, okay. I'm not going to explore that yet. I'm going to keep going south, because that's all wraparound stuff that's going to be annoying to map. Same deal there. Okay. You all saw that secret door there, right? It disappeared when we took the step. Okay, face north again. Yep, see? Secret door. We're not always going to see it. Okay, so this wraps around. This wraps around. So that's here. Yep. We go north. It's a door there. Both of those wrap around. That's pretty clear, right? Let's go north here. That's my decision. We're making good progress on this floor, folks. It's going a lot more quickly than floor 1 did. Another door. We're going to go through this door. And there is a fight. Two slimes. We're going to try fighting them. That was not too tricky. Mip thinks it's an exploding box, so we're going to disarm it. Mip succeeded. That is a door. Turn north. And west. Alright. That's pretty cool. Whoops, another fight. Oh, we got surprised. Oh, by priest. This isn't good. I mean, they're all running away. Okay, so there's only one priest left. That's not too much of a worry. Hopefully someone can smash him before he does any spells. But he just ran away. Everyone ran away. Okay. That's fine. So we are going south, which means that is that. We turn west. Okay. Turn south. A little windy. Turn east. Okay. Go east again. There's a wall there. Turn north. We're connecting up with where we were before. Really should have taken this branch before going through any doors. That was bad mapping practice. So we're back here again. We're going to turn south and turn around. Back here. South. Say door. And a door. And we will turn west. Okay, turn south. Okay. At the end of the path. Turn east. Stepping carefully, stepping carefully. Stepping carefully. Not seeing anything on the horizon yet. Just a big long hallway. A really big long hallway. Okay, something's coming up. A door. Yeesh. It's a long hall. It's a long hall to go down the long hall. Ha ha ha. Tilt my map so you can see it properly. And go through the door. What do we got? Gas clouds and slimes. Well, the gas clouds have got to go first. Slimes just try to bite us. Okay, Deneth can handle the last of the gas clouds. Everyone else can fight the slimes. Good job, everyone. And there's a chest. Mip. Untrapped. I'm not sure why sometimes when it's untrapped, it automatically opens. I'll have to look through the manual and see if there's a reason for that. But it does sometimes happen. North. Turning west. South. Is this just a big dead end? Bash some of these walls. Nothing that says it has to be actually something. Yeah, it's just a big dead end. Alright, so we gotta go all the way back. Careful when you're running headlong in a dark dungeon. You may just run into a wall. Gas clouds, you gotta die. Even if there are 6 of you. Ron James, you got spelled. This is like the first time one of my mages has even been injured. We are facing that door. North again. Nobody in the party can break the door down. All right. Okay. So, C. I'm just going to write, it's an unbashable door. Which we likely need to pick up an item to be able to bypass. That would be my guess. Okay. Let's turn east. And turn south. And we're here now. Facing south, so on our right. Got this. Okay. All right. There's a door. Okay. A fight. Friendly group of gas clouds. We can take them. Oh, and there's some slimes too. Gas clouds are first. Ooh, that's not great. Might have to use our spellcasters. I'm very reluctant to use my spells. You don't get that many. Okay. Alright, I guess they mostly woke up anyway. Never mind. They're delicate, though, the gas clouds. Inspect that chest, Mip. You sure it's a stunner? Alright. Let's do it, Mip. Try again. Good job. Ron James found a shield. That's the second shield we found in here. Should go up and ID our items soon. Maybe we got some good treasure. This is just a wide open space. So we're going to turn east. And south. Keep going south. Turn east. South, I guess. Okay. North. All right. Just a little dead end there. If we keep going north. Yeah, look at how much of this map we're filling in, folks. We're making really good progress tonight. Turning west, looks like there's another plaque there. What do it say? It says, on a silvery disc stands a statue of a frog wearing a red and blue cape. The statue animates and shakes its legs while it yells, yeah, yeah. Will you search? Okay, yeah. We found another statue. Okay. So D is weird frog statue. Jeremy, this is a whole genre of games from the dawn of computer RPGs. I could go on at length about these games. If you look at my Discord or my Twitch avatar, that's the logo for a game called The Bard's Tale, which is another one just like this. There's a whole bunch, man. It's a whole thing. Like, this used to be something that people like to do. I still like to do it, but I understand. on blobbers. Yeah, they're called blobbers, by the way. The reason being, we have a whole party. You know, we've got 6 characters here. Deneth, Gregory, Norman, Mip, Brandolph, and Ron James. But they're not really separate characters. We're always on the same grid square on the dungeon. And we sort of act as one cohesive unit. So we're a blob rather than like individual characters, which is why they call these blobbers. And yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. And they're kind of in the indie scene, they're kind of becoming kind of popular again. A lot of people are making these dungeon crawler type games, which is really cool to me that they're making a resurgence. Oprah was saying earlier in the chat, there was one called Legend of Grimrock that came out a few years back. And a sequel, Legend of Grimrock 2. But it's the same kind of game. It had an auto map. But you could actually go into the settings and turn the auto map off, so you have to use the graph paper. And I think you get an achievement if you finish the game with the old school mapping. Okay. But yeah, there's just a whole bunch of these games. The original Wasteland was a blobber style RPG, if I'm remembering right. It's been a long time since I played that one. Wasteland is pretty notable. Yeah, I mean, it's part of playing the game. Like, you have to view it as part of the gameplay. Just like if you're playing something like Myst, making notes to solve the puzzles, it's part of playing the game. I like that there's this kind of physicality to this kind of game. It's cool to have these maps after you've played it through. Yeah, as I was saying, Wasteland. So Wasteland is basically the direct inspiration for the Fallout games. Actually, I'll go one square this way. Okay. So now I'll turn around again. But it was a game just like this, where you'd wander around grid square by grid square. If I'm remembering right. I could be wrong. It was very much like the Bard's Tale, if I'm remembering right. Okay. South. Oh, New Vegas. Yeah, I've been replaying that lately too, actually. I think you're just like me, right? Where you watched the TV show and then you had a craving for more Fallout. New Vegas is awesome. I've been playing through all the DLC because I've never played them before. Like, I played the base game, but I never played the DLC back in the day. And I've been going through them, and most of them are pretty good. Most of them are pretty good. There's one that's kind of racist. But the rest are pretty good. Oh, God. Old World Blues is the best. It's the best one so far. It's so freaking funny. Yeah, I adored Old World Blues. But yeah, no spoilers. Other than to say it's freaking hilarious. Okay, it's another little hidey hole. Very different tone from the rest of the game. Old World Blues is like over the top zany, whereas Fallout tends to be pretty restrained in its zaniness. Like, it has weirdness, but it generally isn't too over the top. And Old World Blues is like, I mean, it literally starts by going to a midnight science fiction feature at the drive-in, right? That sets the tone for the whole thing. And no spoilers, but there will be an explanation for why the tone is different. It's pretty great. Okay. So we've mapped out this little section. We haven't actually been in here, so we're going to go through. Sure enough, it's just a room. Oh, a mage. Okay. It's just one level 1 mage, so I'm not going to use one of Norman's... Maybe I will use one of Norman's spells. We caught him by surprise, so we can't cast a spell the first round. Hopefully we'll get rid of him in this first round. Yeah. Mages are bad news. Okay. So, where do we have to go? We're missing... We didn't go down there. Okay, okay. Oh, that's a plaque too, was it? Interesting. Just make a note. There's a plaque there. As I said earlier, the plaques generally indicate something that a space that you need an item to pass through. And I guess we already have the item. So we have to do some experimentation later to figure out what item was actually letting us pass through. Okay, I'm going to go south until we get to this door, because we have not been through this door. We've got 3 priests and 4 scruffy men. The priests are the priority. You always got to take out the spellcasters. Okay, we didn't manage to silence them. All right, so the priest didn't do much harm. Mip. Mip thinks it's a trapless chest, but we'll tell him to disarm it anyway. Wasn't actually trapped. Thank you, Mip. Okay. Turn east. And north. Okay. Okay. What else do we have here? We've got some doors there we can explore down. So, we have to go to this crossroads and then down. Okay, so we are here now. Let's just figure out. Okay, we're facing west, so we're gonna draw on our grid first. Friendly group of gas clouds is gonna get it. Only 2 left. All right, good job, everyone. Mip, take care of this chest. Mip thinks it's an exploding box, so we will try to disarm it. He succeeded. We got $10. Not bad. South. Okay. And south again, because there's another door. Priests! We gotta kill them. Okay. More priests, and they surprised us. Crap. Well, we're starting to run away. Are they all gonna run away? That'd be amazing. Okay. And they left their treasure. Okay. Turn south. Oops. Drawing outside the lines here. Okay. Pretty straightforward, pretty straightforward. What are we missing? Might have to come down on the elevator. We might be blocked off from a section. Anyway, we should go back to town and ID all our items. Uh-oh, am I getting lost? No. Not getting lost yet. Think. Yeah. Okay. So we're here now. We're here, and if we go around, the stairs up should be here. We will not take the stairs down. And swap. To our floor 1 map. I should title these. And we are here. So we're just going to go back down to here. Which will lead us to town. But well done, everyone. We're going to heal up before we get there. Norman is our priest. He's going to cast some healing spells on us. We are actually not that beat up. Like, at all. Oops, does that not do it? Dialco must be wrong type of spell. Yeah, everyone's healed up. Gonna take the stairs back to town. We're gonna get Norman to rest in the inn, so he gets his spell points back. And we're gonna look at everyone's items, because we got a bunch of unidentified items. Yeah, Deneth's got a statue. Gregory's got a statue. And Ron James has 2 shields. Okay. So we are going to get rid of Brandolph, I guess. We're going to add Dorcas here to our party, who's a bishop. And the whole point of having the bishop is that you can get him to identify items. So Deneth's statue, which I believe was the first one we found. We're going to go over to Dorcas now. So the bishop has the ability to identify items, or attempt to. So I think if we actually leveled him up, it would be easier to do it. But it doesn't cost us anything to just sit here and try it. Okay, statue of a bear. So I'm going to make that note on my map for the second floor. And the first one we found was a statue of a bear. Cool. Now, Gregory's got one too. So we're going to give it to Dorcas. And we'll give Ron James's shields too. And Dorcas will ID them all for us. So first off, what's the statue? It's a statue of a frog, which is why there was a dancing frog. I'll just make a note. Frog statue. All right. And the shields are just regular dungeon loot. They might be good. They might be not worth having. Large shield is not great. Yeah, so we're going to sell both of those. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, everyone else has better stuff. So Dorcas is going to give his stuff back. All right, give the bear statue to Deneth. Give the frog statue to Gregory. And give both the shields to Norman. Now get out of here, Dorcas. We want Brandolph back. So now we're going to go to... Whoops, not the maze. We're going to go to the trading post. And we gave the shields to Norman. Yeah. So they're not worth much. But it would have cost us $20 to identify either of them. So you don't actually make money unless you're using the bishop to identify things. All right. Anyone else have anything that needs to be... No? All right. What I will do is I'm going to buy a couple potions to heal us from poison, because poison is the thing that's going to start coming up. So Ron James is going to get one. Brandolph has room in his inventory, so he's going to buy one. And Mip should probably buy one too. We've got money to spare, so it's good to have those and to be prepared. Because Duke of Fall was here last week, and he pointed out that it's Pokemon rules. When you're poisoned, every step you take damage. And that predates Pokemon, but Pokemon rules is a pretty funny way of putting it. All right, back into the maze. We've got about 10 minutes left. Let's go beat on Murphy's ghost for a bit. First off, Norman, you're going to cast Meporphic and improve all of our armor. And we're going to zip over to Murphy's ghost, and I'll show you the process of level grinding in this game. So you go here where Murphy's ghost always shows up, and you just beat him up. And you don't even need to read it. Eventually, he's not going to do too much damage to you. And you just search the room again. And you beat him up. And every time you kill him, you know, you get like 35 to 50 gold for every party member, so it's good money making. Once you hit level 10, the amount of experience you need for levels definitely seems to spike. Actually, Deneth and Gregory are pretty close. Everyone else is pretty far away. I guess Mip is not too far away. But we can definitely grind Murphy's ghost for a bit, kill him a bunch of times, and we can level up Deneth and Gregory so that they'll be level 11 like everyone else. But this is my process between sessions. I basically just did this for, 10 minutes at a time, a couple times. I think I spent like 45 minutes leveling before this session. And at the beginning of the game, that makes a huge difference because early level characters are like, they're pretty delicate. And as you saw tonight, it was pretty smooth sailing after a little bit of leveling up, even though we're only on the second floor. But we're just going to kill this guy a few more times so that Deneth and Gregory can gain a level. And then we'll probably end it for the evening because we are coming up on our 2-hour mark. But once your melee characters get a few more attacks, your fighters and your samurai, then fighting Murphy's ghost becomes a lot easier. You start doing a lot more damage. You start being able to hit him a lot more easily. As you can see, it's pretty smooth now. Like once in a while, he hit some of us for like 2 hit points worth of damage. But you're never going to like accidentally get creamed by him. He's right here on the first floor, which is very convenient. Gives quite a bit of experience. You saw even on the second floor, the monsters we were running into, we were killing like groups of 8 of them. And they were giving us maybe 300 experience. Okay, so see those little ampersands beside Deneth and Gregory? That means they are ready to level up. So we are going to head back to town. Dark, but I know my way. I'm going to get Norman to heal us up. Do it up, Norman. Actually, Norman, you're the one who needs it more than anyone. And now everyone is healed up. Gonna get teleported by this grumpy wizard back up to town. And we're gonna see what leveling up brings Deneth and Gregory this time. So, Deneth got a new spell, gained some IQ, agility, and luck, and 1 hit point. What about Gregory? Lost strength, but he gained IQ, piety, agility, and luck, and gained 2 hit points. So it's not completely random. There are trends, but no two characters are ever going to be alike. It's pretty unlikely. So if we actually go to the tavern and we inspect, Deneth's spells, his selection is actually different than Gregory. Maybe. They're similar. Maybe they are the same now. They were different before. Anyway, you can see they have different stats. What I'm really hoping for is to get one of them up to the stat requirements to make them into a lord. You can change class in this game. You can retrain once you meet the requirements for it. Krager is actually getting very close to meeting the lord requirements. Let me just pull up the manual here. See if I can find the class requirements. Just flipping through the manual. Okay, so a lord needs 15 strength, 12 IQ, 12 piety, 15 vitality, 14 agility, and 15 luck. So if we're like really lucky, Gregory can become a lord next level. Thanks, Jeremy. It was great to see you. I'm actually just about to log off myself. But potentially next level, Gregory can become a lord. Deneth is not very lucky, so he's got quite a ways to go. And lords are really great characters because they have all the advantages of being a fighter, but they also gain cleric spells. And because Gregory has already gained some mage spells, he'll actually keep those and eventually learn all the spells for the levels that he already has. So he'll be a pretty cool character. Oh, interesting. Change a mage into a lord. Yeah, that's a good thought. We're not quite there yet. I was thinking of switching both my mages into clerics when we do that. But that's a thought. I got a lot of characters here. So my thinking was I was going to switch both my mages into priests, and Norman would become a mage. Mip will probably become a ninja. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, I'll think about it. We'll have to see. I might just get impatient, and whoever makes the requirements first is going to get it. But we'll see. I don't know if I'm going to bring these characters over to another game or not. If I think I'm going to do that, I might try and do it a little more efficiently. But yeah, something to keep an eye out for in the future. I will take that into consideration, Troy. Yeah, I know that when you change class, you have to have at least one spell in a spell level to be able to gain more spells in that level going forward. So because these guys only have 3 levels worth of mage spells, they're never going to get anything beyond that if I change class now. So yeah, changing a mage is a thought for sure. Anyway, that is basically my 2 hours, folks. I don't have time to venture down into the dungeon again. So we are just going to go through the leave game process to save our game. And catch me next Wednesday for more Wednesday Night Wizardry. Thanks, everyone, for coming out. This has been a lot of fun. The dungeon is starting to look pretty good. Hang on, we'll switch it, show what we did today. So here's our second floor dungeon. Yeah, thanks for coming out, Troy. I appreciate it. I'm glad you stumbled across the videos and the Twitch channel. It's been a lot of fun. As always, I'm Jeff. I play old, retro, obscure games. I try to do them on original hardware, just like I'm doing with this on an actual Super Nintendo. Sorry, Super Nintendo Junior. It's the newer model. And I'm doing it for a good cause to raise money for the Toronto Hospital for Children as a part of Extra Life. You'll hear a lot more about that as we go, but check out the details down below. I do a 24-hour marathon every year at the beginning of November. I stream the whole thing. If you check out my YouTube channel, which is linked on my page, you can see my previous 24-hour marathons. They're always a good time. I pick a retro game to play. Raise a lot of money, get really tired. There will be challenges and such for different fundraising levels. It's awesome. It's fun. So again, thank you everyone and have a great evening. I'll see you all next time.